Hey guys, today we're back here in the Hunter Call of the Wild and we're going to be learning how to set up your very first Whitetail G1 Grind. Also, we're going to be talking about some of the easiest ways to spawn your first Whitetail G1. Before you guys click off because you see that I'm in Rancho, don't worry, this strategy is going to work for your grind no matter what Whitetail map you're on. The reason that I'm doing the grind on Rancho is strictly because I honestly want the challenge, because I just spawned my Red Deer G1 and there is also a lot less zones than Rancho. Rancho is going to take several hours to set up for your Whitetail grind. Pre-warning, stick around to the end today guys, because I am going to show you guys all of the best places where you can find Whitetail in Rancho if you guys are interested in doing your grind in Rancho. We're going to cover absolutely everything today guys. I am going to talk about herd management, some of the collars you should be using, some of the best weapons you should be using, literally everything that you guys need to know to spawn your Great One Whitetail. Before we do dive right in today guys, I do want to ask of you one thing. If you please can go down there, hit that like button and subscribe, that would be much appreciated, as it is the #1 thing that you guys can do to help support the channel. If you guys are interested in seeing me grind Whitetail live, or probably because of how long it's going to take me to set up for Whitetail live, you guys can turn notifications onto the channel so that way you guys get updated every time that I go live. Also, the stream schedule is in the Discord server if you guys want to join that. The link is down in the description. Otherwise, we stream most days at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, the first thing that you guys are going to want to know is that Whitetail drink from 8 or 8:30 until 12 or 12:30 in every map. Besides Rancho, here in Rancho they drink from 8 to 11, so we actually get 1 hour less of drink time, which isn't that big a deal for me. I think the biggest challenge in Rancho is going to be just getting set up in the first place. Obviously, you are going to need to find all of your Whitetail drink zones so that way you can get respawns as efficiently as possible. You do need all of your drink zones. I have seen people in the Discord server talking about how they really don't need all their drink zones to start a grind. You need them all because your spawns will just jump. Even if you're getting 1 or 2 spawns, I still recommend finding all of them. When you are searching for your zones, it's going to be quite a challenge, so make sure you guys are spotting with your binoculars. You're going to want to spot quite literally everywhere, and you can actually pick up a majority of them by just searching the floor, making sure that you guys are looking at the ground. If there's any drink zone indicators, you guys are going to want to make sure that you are picking those up, whether they're Whitetail or whether they're not, because it's definitely not worth the risk. I personally found a vast majority of my Red Deer zones like that before they did the population reset. The first population reset on Red Deer. They've done multiple in the time I've been grinding Red Deer. Also, you guys are going to want to be listening for mating calls, warning calls. You guys are going to want to be looking for tracks, and if you see tracks, follow them because they will most likely lead you to a drink zone. Now, I have some pretty bad OCD, so I actually like to find all of my drink zones and then set up with tents and tripods after. A lot of people like to set up as they go, but I don't like the fact that you might have to move them in the future if you find any more zones. So if you guys want, definitely recommend carrying with you the tripods and the tents just to make sure that just in case you need to place them down, you have them on you, because it is the worst pain ever when you're 800 plus meters away from an outpost and you literally don't have any tents on you, so you're not going to have a way to get back besides 800 meter dash again. Okay, my friends, so this is what I mean by a drink zone indicator here. You can see that there's 8 Whitetail drinking here, and there goes the whole herd right there. I have found that zones appear in stages. It's kind of sad. I have one zone here and then another one all the way down here, and a lot of the content creators have them all the way along Ghost Lake here. So I definitely recommend coming back multiple times. Placing tents in the general area will definitely help out. Just make sure they're not too close to the zone to where when you fast travel it will spook them. As you guys are spotting, you're going to want to be watching out for those level 3s and some of the bigger level 2s. Whitetail do go diamond at 255, I believe. I actually haven't even shot one today yet. I will talk about herd management later, but don't get ahead of me because you know I don't like it. You guys can shoot as you're setting up if you want to, but that's just another OCD thing for me. I like to have my zones perfectly natural with almost no hunting pressure on the map, but it really is all just preference. So I will be coming back later just to make sure that there is no other zones here on Ghost Lake, but I am going to put a tent over here and put a tripod up there so that way I have a clear shooting angle on the zone that we just discovered. When you guys are setting up, you're going to want to make sure that the door is facing towards the edge of the water and the ladder on the tripod is facing towards the door on the tent. And no, this is not another OCD thing, this is actually just a fact. Once you're coming out, you guys are going to want to be able to run from here, from the tent to the tripod as soon as possible, because that extra time that it would take you to run around this or run around the tent all adds up when you're going from zone to zone to zone, rotating. The more shooting, the merrier, for sure. Now, if there is an outpost in the proper distance from the zone, which is actually around 250 meters for me, you're going to want to just grab a tripod, get up to about 164 meters, try to find the best angle you can. I'm not sure, it might be a little bit blocked, but we'll just have to wait till we reset the time and come back to Ghost Lake here. So far, absolutely terrible compared to what it used to be. I only have 2 zones here at Ghost Lake. For some odd reason, it's still showing that I have whitetail here at not the old drink time, but where they used to be. Whitetail should not be at these lakes here in Rancho, so I'm gonna go have a look. Maybe there's some kind of bug going on, but if there's whitetail here, I may poop myself. Oh my goodness. You have got to be kidding me right now, right? Are you seriously telling me that my whitetail are stuck at the old location? So I don't know what I should do about this. I'm gonna shoot one. And hopefully maybe the zone will vanish or something. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. I'm just gonna drop a shot into him. I am confused. I'm gonna make a short out of this just to ask you guys. Do you know what's wrong? There should not be whitetail here. So does that really mean that there's whitetail here and probably here? Yep. Oh my gosh. Well, we're gonna do an experiment here. I'm gonna go claim him and then leave the game and come back in and pray that that zone is gonna vanish. As we're doing that, I'm gonna start talking about herd management for you guys. For whitetail, you guys are gonna want to shoot the bigger level 2s and leave the level 1s. Leave the small level 2s. If they look like 1s, treat them like 1s. It is optional if you guys want to do stacking or not. I personally only stacked 1 or 2 diamonds at a time when I did my red deer grind, and I felt that it did absolutely nothing for me, so I just started to shoot them as they came. The actual reason for herd management, if you guys don't know, is actually to fill up the zones that you don't like very much with small deer, and then leave the bigger zones with all the bigger deer, so that way you can continue shooting bigger deer to have a higher chance of spawning yourself a great one. Not necessarily a higher chance of spawning yourself a great one. It's not really a proven fact, but definitely more diamonds. And a lot bigger rares. Now, honestly, I'm not even fully sure now if I'm actually going to do the whitetail grind here in Rancho. I'm kind of just looking for zones and talking about whitetail for the video. I may move over to Reventuli if anything gets worse. So far, I am not very impressed and do not recommend Rancho whatsoever. Alright, well, here we are. Bronze 162. Obviously, we shot it with a 300. Amazing penetration there. Okay, people, I have reset the time now, and the zone is still there. Oh my goodness, what am I even supposed to do? Am I just, I don't know, maybe I should just set up there? I have no clue. They could be literally anywhere. I'm scared. But anyways, guys, here is the hotspot guide like I promised you. You can, I guess, apparently find whitetail at, definitely check all 3 of these lakes just to make sure there's nothing there. This lake for me, I was told only this lake, this lake, this lake, this lake, this lake, and this lake, and possibly this lake. Also check this lake down here, but I was never told in any hotspot guides or anything that there was supposed to be whitetail here, and I think it's a bug. I don't really know what to do. Let me know down below, guys. I know you guys are a really good community. If you guys can help me out with that, that would be great. But anyways, guys, I think that is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys so much if you did make it to this point. Make sure you guys do go down there, smash that like button, and subscribe. Comment cookie if you actually made it to this point for your chance to win a 1-month membership to the channel. All I can say now, guys, is wish me luck, and we will see you in the next amazing video here on It's Squidster.